Welcome back to Pills, Bets, and Beers. I'm your host, Chad, and this is a channel where I mostly talk about Bills football, the NFL in general, walk through some parlays for my Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night football games, as well as doing some just normal, average Sunday football games as well. So let's get into it. As you can tell by the title, it's going to be about the Sunday night football game. I'm going to be doing a preview on that, running through like the injury report, and then going through some parlays that I put in for the Sunday games and the Sunday night football game. But yeah, let's get going. Let's get into that injury report. As you guys know, the Dolphins and the Chargers are playing on Sunday night football. They got flexed. I believe they got flexed up into it. If I might be wrong, but that game seemed like it could have been flexed. But let's start off with the Dolphins side. You have offensive tackle Teron Armstead. He did not participate Wednesday and was limited Thursday. I didn't see a practice report for it yet today for it, so if you got a full participation, that'd be great. If he's still limited, they might see him, might not. Then you have Tua, the QB1 over there, Tua Tagovailoa. He has an ankle injury, and he's been limited in practice all week. Same thing with Teddy Bridgewater, but it's a knee issue, and he's been limited in practice all week as well. Then the big one, you have, well, not big, I guess, the wide receiver Jalen Waddle. He has a fibula. I'm guessing it's a bruised fibula or bruised bone. He was limited in practice Wednesday, and he was full practice Thursday, so definitely going to be seeing him out there. The tight end, Darian Smythe, he's been huge for them. He had a quad/knee injury, and he's been limited in practice all week. He might have got full participation today, but I'm not sure. Then you have the safety, Eric Rowe. He's designated for a back injury, and it's limited participation Wednesday, Thursday. And last but not least, the nose tackle, Roquan Davis. I probably said it wrong. He's designated for a knee, and he's been limited Wednesday, Thursday as well. So a lot of limiteds. I'm guessing they're going to be turning them to fulls and then playing. But I think they're just trying to rest their players, getting this far into the season. Everyone has bumps and bruises. Now we got the Chargers. A little bit shorter of a list. You have the cornerback Bryce Callahan. He has a groin injury, and he was limited Wednesday and did not participate Thursday. Definitely a little concerning there. Maybe it was just to get a little bit more rest on it because he didn't feel that great again Wednesday, but who knows. But they're definitely going to need their cornerbacks out there facing this Dolphins offense. Then you have center Will Clapp. He has a shoulder injury, and he was full participation Wednesday, limited participation Thursday. So definitely something to look for there. Then safety, Darwin James. He is a quad injury, and he did not participate on Wednesday or Thursday. Definitely looking like he's probably not going to play. But maybe they're just giving him some rest. But usually with those quad injuries or like quad and calves, you have to be very careful. Then you have defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day. He's designated for a knee, and he did not participate Wednesday, Thursday either. So something to look forward there. Their defense is definitely a little banged up, but I'm hoping that they can come to play a big game against the Dolphins and help out the Bills. Then you got offensive tackle Trey Pipkins. He has a knee designated for knee as well. A lot of knees. Obviously, that's a very popular one for an injury report, but he did not participate on Wednesday, Thursday too. So definitely a lot more DNPs on this list. So a little concerning, but there's less people, so it's good. With the safety and cornerback being injured, that's definitely going to fare well for the Dolphins, but we'll see how that goes. Always ask this, leave a comment with any feedback about this injury report I put in for these Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night games, as well as I usually try to put these in with the Bills previews as well. So definitely let me know how you like them. If you like them, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. I just want to see what everyone thinks. But yeah, let's get into these parlays. I got 3 parlays here for you guys. Number 1 is the Sunday Night Football game. It's a 6-leg parlay. I did all these through FanDuel with my free money because I did not win my parlay I put in yet for the game on Thursday. But that's okay. I was like 1 or 2 away, which is pretty sad, but it's nice to know I'm getting close. I put Jeff Wilson Jr. for an anytime touchdown. Then you have Durham Smythe, anytime touchdown. Jeff Wilson Jr., I think I have him in fantasy. He's been doing good. He's been getting in the end zone, or at least getting close to it every game. So, he's definitely someone to see that he's going to get in the end zone this game. But that Durham Smythe, I decided to put him in there because he hasn't got one as of late, the past couple games. But he usually gets them every 2 or 3 games. So, I think this is going to be a game where they're going to be focusing on Hill and Waddle as much as they can, and that middle is going to be open in the end zone area. That's just how I see it happening, but I could be wrong. And this one's actually very touchdown oriented. I got another touchdown, anytime touchdown. It's Josh Palmer. I think the same thing's going to be happening on the Dolphins defense as well. The Dolphins are going to be trying to stop their main wide receivers, like with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. So you got to think they're both going to be getting targeted by, trying to get stuffed back there and like kind of blanketed in a sense. So I think that middle is going to be open, and I think that's just going to open it up just open it up in the like slot or anywhere like because Josh Palmer's the speed guy, so I think he's going to be able to get open towards that end zone, get like a nice little 15-20 yard touchdown. Lastly, I got Keenan Allen over 62.5 receiving yards. I still think he's going to get his yards. It's just probably not going to be the whole 100+. And then you have Austin Eckler, 70+ receiving yards. Definitely interesting. I'm not going to lie, when I was picking that, I thought it was rushing. But I probably have a better chance of him hitting that receiving-wise. Because the Dolphins are decently enough against the run. So I think having him catch them out the backfield, they could use it as basically a off-brand run game. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick pause. But yeah, that's going to be it. I took the alternate on that because I thought it was more rushing because I think he's going to get those yards, but he can get it both. I think the receiving will actually help me out on this one. Overall odds are plus 35, 749. Really big odds. So it turns $1 into 358. So it's a couple, like the Durham Smythe one was like plus 500. I just see it happening this game. And I'm only putting $1 down, so it's easy to risk that money. I wouldn't be doing that if I was putting 30, 40 bucks down. So definitely don't follow these bets if you're putting in like 40, 50 bucks and doing the same thing that I'm doing. I mean, if I win and you have the extra cash, that'd be great for you because you're going to win like probably 5, 6 grand at that point. But yeah, let's get going forward. Since I did my Bills versus Jets preview earlier, I have Bills versus Jets 6-leg parlay. Because they don't really come out with these nice same-game parlay options until about Thursday, Friday for these Sunday games. I got Devin Singletary, anytime touchdown. I think that's going to be pretty obvious. I think they're going to get close enough down to the end zone with a nice deep throw, or at least get into that red zone area, and they're not going to want to throw it as much because they had those problems the first time around. So I see them running it, and Devin Singletary is going to punch one in probably from 5 yards out. Then you have James Cook for 60+ rushing yards. This is an alternate that I chose as well. I like to go alternate now because a lot of these players they can get those big yards. If they do, you hit those big pluses, like plus 200, 300. So definitely good odds there. Then I have Gabe Davis over 48.5 receiving yards. I just think he's been getting around there when he gets his catches. So I think he's going to get that this week. I think they're probably going to try the same thing they did the last time. I think they're going to try to blanket Diggs and kind of get him off and get him away. And then have Gabe Davis on his own on one of the better corners. So that's just my opinion. It's been working for other people, so I think Dolphins are going to follow the recipe. And I think that's going to give Gabe Davis the time to get some yards. And then following that up, I got Isaiah McKenzie for over 29.5 receiving yards as well. It's just, that's not much yards for him, and he's been getting decent yards as of late, so I see him getting those yards this game as well. I could see him get more towards 50, 60, but I took the conservative route and did 29.5 over. Then, this is a big one, which probably might kill my parlay, but I wanted to do it because this is huge odds because it's not that many passing yards for Allen, but as of late it has been, especially against this defense coming up. But Josh Allen, over 300 plus passing yards. I chose the alternate. The over-under, I think, was at 250 or 260 something. Maybe 275, but this gives me that little boost where it's like, this was like plus 300 something for this odds, which I think is doable. And like I said, for me, all those other ones to kind of hit, I need this one to hit too, in a sense. Because I think Diggs is going to go over his allotted number they gave him. I think it was like 80 something. Anyways, so this is why I needed Josh Allen to get around 300 yards passing. I think about half them are going to go, most likely, either to Diggs or Davis. Then, last one on here, I put Corey Davis over 37.5 receiving yards. I just see us try now since we have Trey White out there. Garrett Wilson is going to be. I know Trey doesn't travel. We might see a difference this game because Wilson killed us last game in a sense. So we need to stop them on these third and longs. That's going to be huge. Big thing for us. I've been beating it like that horse, but I got to keep saying it. Those third and longs are the problem. That's where we've been struggling at least, especially that Jets game we struggled. We could have killed a lot of drives early, but we let them get those third and longs to Garrett Wilson, and I think maybe their tight end that was getting in there too. So let's get that out of the way. So that's why I think Corey Davis is going to get some receiving yards here. He's going to get around 40 something, just because we're be kind of more focusing on Garrett Wilson like we should have the first time around. But yeah, total odds on that are plus 23,917, basically plus 24,000. That gives me, I put $2 down on this, I can get 478. I'm going to be at this game live, so bet your ass I'm going to be rooting for all this shit to happen. I'm not for them to get their catches and do all that stuff, but I wouldn't be upset if he got 40 yards and I got almost $500 in my pocket, because I know the Bills are going to win anyway. But last but not least on my parlays, I got my player prop parlay bets. This is a 6-leg parlay. It's honestly very, not dramatic, but very high end on the odds market, because this is a lot of these, they're all alternate spreads, and they're all on the plus side of these alternate spreads. So it's everyone's hitting big. This is a receiver and tight end just receiving yards one. I have Justin Jefferson over 150 plus receiving yards. They're going up against the team where they can take advantage of it, the Detroit Lions. The Lions have been good against the run as of late. So I think Justin Jefferson's going to have one of those games. He hasn't blown up in a game or two, so I think it's going to be a game where he drops like 170. So I just chose the 150 plus mark. I think that was like plus 300 something, so I'm definitely easy money. Then you got CeeDee Lamb, 110 plus receiving yards. He's going up against the Texans, and I think they're going to run up points good enough, but not enough to cover the spread, because the Texans are going to be able to score a little bit on them when they put their secondary people out there. So I think they're going to run up quick. I think Lamb's going to get his 110 yards. Most of them in that first half, probably up to 80 or 90 yards that first half. Then you have Jamar Chase, 100 plus receiving yards. Like I said, these are all alternates. There's no like half yards and shit like that. So I just see Jamar Chase. He's been hitting big after he came back last week, played very well. I just see him getting his yards. Again, this game, you're going up against the Browns defense that have been giving up decent yards to the receivers. So, I think it's just gonna fare well for them. Then I have A.J. Brown, 100+ receiving yards as well, alternate. I just see Brown getting at least that against the Giants. And the wild thing is, this was like plus at least 300 something. And for Brown, doesn't seem like a lot of yards, but he hasn't been getting past the 80-90 mark. I think this is a game he does. Then I have Travis Kelce, 80+ receiving yards. I just think he's going to get those yards against that team just because he hasn't been getting stopped as of late. And honestly, you can't really bet against Kelce. So I took the 80+ yards. I think he's going to get probably around 100. He's been doing well as of late, like I said. Then last on this one, I got George Kittle, 40+ receiving yards alt. The ridiculous thing is I think he's at 25 something yards over on, like, for his like over mark, which is crazy to think because he's a good tight end. And it just, I've had him on my fantasy. It's been very frustrating. So I'm hoping a game like this where they're facing a defense that is very bad against tight ends, I think he's going to get it. Probably around 60, I'm hoping, and a touchdown. Then overall odds on this, it's 189,000. So huge odds. I put $1 down on this, and I can get about $18.90 back. So almost $2,000. So I'm hoping this one really hits. This would be a lifesaver. Then I might actually put some bigger bets down and make them a little bit smaller. But yeah, that's going to be it for my bets. I got my tasted and rating of a tasty brew now. I'm drinking a little bit throughout. You gotta love the Mackenzie over there. I don't know, Spuds Mackenzie's an old, I'm not sure if people know. If you haven't been drinking a lot, and you're not like probably 30 plus, you probably don't know who Spuds Mackenzie is, but he was the old beer, one of the older mascots for Bud Light. Love that. So, actually, I was in Buffalo on Thursday doing some personal stuff, but got a haircut, and they gave me a free beer. So I'm trying on my channel. Big Ditch Hay Burner. It's made up in Buffalo, so it's very good. Not the only reason, but I like the design so far. I mean, it shows like the city buildings in Buffalo on the side there. I like how it looks like almost like a mechanical, in a sense, like donkey kicking. But yeah, just a nice simple design layout with the layout of the city of Buffalo. But yeah, it's very good. I do like the taste of it. It has a strong hop in the front, but it's not that strong. It's just enough to remind you of a West Coast IPA to me. Has that nice little hop kick in the beginning, but it's not. Then it brings it back to East Coast where it's smooth at the end. So it's definitely a good beer. Taste, like I said, I'll give it a solid. Solid like 7. Has a nice little West Coast taste to it in a sense. Color, a little darker and like deeper, where it looks a lot thicker. I do like that because it makes it look like it's full of flavor in a sense. Give it a good 6.5. Drinkability, easy. That's like I'll give it like an 8. I think it goes down very smooth. Bingeability, it's 7.2%, and you could probably take about 5-6 of these, and they would go down smooth, especially with IPAs. Once the deeper you get into them, after having so many, they start going down like any alcohol, a lot smoother. So definitely bingeable. So I'll give it like a nice like 6.5 as well. And design, like I said, I like the design of the can. very simple, but I don't know. Like, I like having the city in the background where it's made out of. Obviously, big ditch, and it has a shovel in the middle. And then the hay burner, which, because it's a donkey. Because, like, donkeys used to kick. I think it said it in the back. Yeah, hay burner. Mules, known long ago as hay burners, were the workhorse behind the operation of the Erie Canal. So that's where they get their, I don't know, their inspiration from, and I do enjoy it. And I like the color. It's a nice, deep, I don't know, it's a very appealing color. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that part of it. I got some upcoming videos. I'm gonna be doing an 11-leg Sunday games parlay and anytime touchdown parlay. So I have 2 parlays I'm gonna be dropping tomorrow. I'll probably record it a little bit later and drop it tomorrow morning. Then I have Bills vs. Jets post-game reaction. I'm actually going to be up at that game. I might do it in the video in my brother's truck with him when we're waiting to kind of cool down and wait for traffic to spill over before we leave. Then I got my Monday Night Football preview and same game parlays. I'm actually going to be dropping that probably tomorrow night or Sunday morning. And then I got the Bills versus Miami, Bills versus Dolphins preview and prediction. I'll probably be dropping that on Monday or Tuesday again. Because I've been dropping a little bit earlier, so it gives you guys a little more time to get to them. So, I got some sponsors to go through, and then we can wrap this up. Crochet with Elisha. Check it out on Instagram. She does a lot of good stuff. It's my wife's account. She makes hats, mittens, gloves, cardigans, jackets, blankets, dolls, anything for any size. It goes from adult all the way down to little baby newborn. So anything you like, tell her what size. You might have to get some measurements if you're trying to get some clothing, but definitely something to go check out. Then my buddy Evan, he has his own channel on YouTube as well. It's called Mr. Nasty Time. It's MR_NASTYTYYYME. He does a lot of stuff with the NFL. He drops a weekly power rankings 1 through 32. He just dropped it last night, so definitely go and check it out. Then he also has been doing a lot of gaming on there after moving from Twitch. He's been dropping a lot of Warzone 2.0, been doing some Madden franchises and things like that. And he likes to play some PGA stuff, so definitely go and check him out. And last but not least, I got my future sponsor, New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. Please check me out. Give me some free beer. It'd be nice. But no, it's a good IPA, and it's a nice citrus, hazy IPA. Definitely go check it out if you're a fan. You can get it at any store. I would definitely recommend trying the Juice Force. They'll grab you and just keep you in that the realm of always using Voodoo Rangers. But check it out. They're like between $2.50 and $3.50 a can, and it's big boy cans. They're 19 ounces. So you're not going to lose out on your money. But that's going to be it. Go Bills, and I'm out.